House. Today we're in the office space, but more importantly, we have Octavius Davis here with the Ritz Theater. He is the marketing director. And how long have you been with the Ritz Theater?
I've been the marketing manager at the Ritz for nearly 2 years now, but my tenure with the Ritz extends about 3 years. And I'll share more with you on that in just a few moments when we talk about putting on the Ritz.
Okay. Well, I know that you love doing a lot of things with the
Yes.
Ritz, and you love the history. You're really great at that, so I've heard. So tell us a little bit about the history, and I know it's better yet known as the Harlem of the South. What's that about?
Very good. A lot of rich, phenomenal history that exists inside of that space. It was first established in 1929 as a movie house. It was the only movie house in Northeast Florida where African Americans can go to enjoy a movie, watch Saturday morning cartoons. And here's the crazy thing, just to show how old those people are. They could get in with like RC bottle caps. That was
wow.
the cost of admission, right? Let you and I try that at Tinseltown, not getting into the movies, right? But so from 1929 to 1971 is when the actual theater had its prominence in the La Villa part of town. Now, it's known as the Harlem of the South simply because of the rich history and a lot of the arts and entertainment that was bustling in that area. What a lot of people don't know is Jacksonville's favorite sons, James Weldon Johnson and his brother John Roseman Johnson, when they relocated from Jacksonville to Harlem, New York, they were the ones through the arts, through theater, who began inspiring the Harlem Renaissance. So many historians will say, well, Jacksonville is referred to as being the Harlem of the South, but Harlem should actually be referred to as the La Villa of the North because of the influence that La Villa had on the Harlem area, during the whole Harlem Renaissance.
So, speaking of that type of culture and that type of history,
Yeah.
what is putting on the
Putting on the Ritz.
Putting on the Ritz.
Yes, putting on the Ritz is very near and dear to my heart. It first started in 1999 as Amateur Night, which is, once again, when you speak about Harlem and its influence here in the South, it was pretty much a carbon copy of Amateur Night from the Apollo Theater with a hint of Duval thrown in there. So for the past 16, nearly 17 years now, it has been the most successful show there at the Ritz Theater and Museum. However, coming into this season, we decided to change the name to once again make it more germane to us. And we changed it from Amateur Night to Putting on the Ritz. Now, where it becomes near and dear to me and where my connection to the theater extends.
Did you perform? Have you performed there?
Maybe. The first Friday of every month, I perform every month. I'm the host of the show as well.
Okay.
And you know how the way that came about was crazy in and of itself. Quick story: 2008, a friend of mine took me there. I saw the former host, Carol Alexander. So I'm in the very back of the audience. I'm like, man, I would love to do that one day. Fast forward to 2012. I wasn't in radio at the time. I wasn't doing anything with my talents. I was like, you know what? I'm going to put together a demo reel. I suck at putting together demo reels, just so that you can know. But had all of this real grainy photos and images, submitted it to the Ritz. I was like, never know what may happen, because I didn't know they were looking for a new host.
Oh.
So that was in 2012, March of 2013, a Friday night, I got a call. Said, hey, this is such and such with the Ritz Theater. You submitted a demo tape to us a few months back. Are you still interested in hosting Amateur Night? Yeah, absolutely. She said, great, because we need you in like 2 hours.
Wow,
the host right on the spot. The host that they had initially had to go out of town on an emergency, and they were going to need a new host to come in permanently. And I said, well, I tell you what, if I please you in the audience well enough tonight, don't hold another audition. Just make me the official host. And the rest is history. So here I am 3 years later, still hosting Putting on the Ritz.
Well, that's amazing. So
Yes.
you haven't performed. You just only host.
Well, I perform as well.
Okay.
My hosting style is one where I'm a former hip hop dance choreographer, former radio personality, current voice actor, former theater major. So I bring everything. I perform every time I take the stage. But I have to say, we have some phenomenal talent here in Jacksonville. 3 young ladies in particular that I want to highlight. In 2011, we had a young lady by the name of Ryan Page who performed. Ryan, in 2013 or 14, was a finalist on X Factor, the
wow.
nationally televised show. The same show that Ryan performed at Amateur Night, she competed against Tiana Jones, who was a finalist for American Idol,
yes.
right? And then this season of The Voice, Brittany Lawrence was a contestant on that show for Team Blake Sheldon. She has performed on Putting on the Ritz as well. As a matter of fact, she won 1 year, and then the next year she came back and was a finalist. So a lot of phenomenal talent who's coming through our doorway there at Putting on the Ritz. So we always encourage people to either come and enjoy the show, or if you have a talent, come on stage
exposure.
and expose it. Absolutely, because you never know where those doorways are going to take you.
I agree. So as we're wrapping up, is there anything else that you want to touch on? I know that you do tours. What else do you offer the city of Jacksonville?
Well, right now we've ended our 2015-2016 concert season, and we're in preparation for our 2016-17 season. So definitely want to encourage everyone to go to our website, richjacksonville.com, because we'll soon be announcing our upcoming season. Individuals can come and do a self-guided tour, or they can have a full tour of our museum. So much happening inside of the museum, from the Through Our Eyes exhibit, which highlights 20 African-American artists right here in Jacksonville, to our permanent exhibit, which has an animatronic display of James Weldon and his brother John Roseman Johnson, who was voiced by the late actor Ozzie Davis. And then also corporate involvement, corporate sponsorship is always a huge welcome at the facility, and individuals are able to rent the facility as well.
Well, thank you so much for coming on to the buzz today. I had
Indeed.
a great time learning all about the Ritz Theater in a short amount of time, and I'm sure everyone watching did as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate it.